Obviously, I thought we played well today. I thought Nathan Ko had his best game of his career, and really kind of set an aggressive tone for us offensively. And we played much more fluidly. You know, that's how we try to play, and there's a fair amount that goes into that. And especially, you know, both the first two teams have really tried to pressure us on the perimeter and make it difficult for Grant to get the ball. And I think we handled it much better today and played a pretty good game. So I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with the defense. I think if there was one positive from Friday, it was that we showed signs that we could be a good defensive team, and I think that continued today. So we're looking forward for a quick turnaround to play IUPUI on Friday.
Hey, Chris, you had 9 assists against Longwood, and then you had 10 assists in the first half. What's the difference?
Well, I really think that, you know, guys' nerves or a new season, I think they manifest themselves in different ways. You know, some guys might be very tentative and a little bit afraid. Some guys might be overly aggressive. And I just don't think we handled the opening night part well. And that's, I think Longwood played very well, but I don't think we handled that well. And we didn't kind of fit our identity. We didn't move the ball very well. And I think we have tried to correct it. I think we did a good job tonight of being a little bit more of who we are.
When what happened on Friday occurs, there's a risk that there'll be a carryover. So were you concerned about that, and what did you do to try to guard against that?
Yeah, I think we're always concerned about that, and you know, we worked. You know, we got back in and we kind of talked a little bit about, you know, making sure that we have a good understanding of what's next, but most importantly, we worked. You know, and I think sweating and, you know, getting rebounds and playing physically and practice for a couple of hours, I think it really has a positive effect on your mind. And I think we did that. I think we got in the gym and worked, and I think that showed up a little bit.
When you say talked, is Friday a situation, and is this a team where it's a all you and breaking things kind of talk, or is it where it's preaching patience and saying we're much better than that? And the kid said it's only one game, and it's more of a laid back, we'll get this fixed.
Right. Well, I think it's a little bit of both. You know, we're young, so we don't have a bunch of guys who can say, hey, I remember this happened or this game happened. So a lot of it is coming from the coaches, and I think that the good part about the youth is that they can bounce back. They are resilient, and also they're good players. So, you know, we just need to continue to put them in situations where they're under pressure, where they have to make decisions, and watch them grow and grow up. So a lot of it does come from the coach, more so with a young team. But the players ultimately have to, you know, take the lesson and apply it and play as well as they possibly can.
Coach, your team stepped up now. You know that this team you played tonight can shoot the threes. They were at BC the other night. They played well. So what was your message to the team? Let them know that you've got to stop a guy like Jalen Jordan and a guy like Glenn Sambria to really win this game tonight. Yeah, well, we really did focus a lot on their guards. I thought that they're very aggressive, and they're willing to try something every time down the court. And so the best part about our defense tonight is I feel like we were tight enough and alert enough that we gave up a lot of contested three-point shots, and I feel like they took a lot of threes. They took 29 threes, and I feel like, you know, 24, 25 were really well contested, and you know, they made some hard shots also. But I feel like we were alert to the scout and alert to those guards who were just willing to try over and over again.
You played 8 guys at least 10 minutes in the past. There have been questions about, are you playing enough guys? And even you've sometimes questioned yourself about playing enough guys. Do you feel confident this year that these 8 guys are going to give you these types of minutes and performances all season?
Well, I'm hopeful, of course. And, you know, what we're really trying to do is not tax Grant, Jacob, and Nick too much and try to get them out at the right times, try to get them their rest. Obviously, down the stretch, that's going to be harder and harder. And also, you know, the part that we're working on, like Sal came in and played today at the end. Well, he might play much more in 2 weeks. Andre came in and played. He might play much more in 2 weeks. I think with a young team, you don't know. You know, you have a pretty good idea how Nick Sherrod's going to be at practice tomorrow, you know, and how he's going to go about it, how he's going to execute, how he's going to play. with the young guys, you don't have any idea. So they can really make up ground or put themselves in better positions as the time goes by.
Is this as close? No game is perfect.
But is this as close to how well you can expect a team to play the second game of the season?
Probably so. We shot really well, and we held them to not shooting so well. So I mean, that's really positive right from there. And I think there were some lulls, and there were some things that we need to address and really be on. But that was a good game, and obviously something that we really needed.
The half court. You also had guys looking deep to make long passes to get out on breaks, those types of things. Is that an emphasis this year?
Well, the other night we had 10 steals. Tonight we had 9 steals, and it is because I think that's when our defense is at its best. Is we're forcing turnovers. So we're hopefully defending and making teams take hard shots, but we're forcing turnovers. Gilliard, obviously, an incredible stealer of the ball. And then I think Wojcik and Nick certainly have a knack. So, our positioning hopefully can lead to turnovers, and that's what we've worked very hard on so far.
You say a word or two about Nathan's development and how important that might be as you guys move forward here.
Well, he's really worked hard, and we've all worked hard with him. And the main thing is a mindset of being aggressive. And sometimes, for any college freshman, there's the biggest jump is there's so much competition, there's so much to learn. There's different words and that people are using mean different things, and then you're exhausted because of the lifting and all. So it's hard. It sounds easy to just be aggressive, and so it's hard. And I think that as he's gotten more comfortable with everything about being a college basketball player, he can allow himself to be more aggressive. And I think he showed that today. And he's extremely important to us, obviously, and he's a little bit of a different dynamic.
The flavor foul on Julius Johnson, what did you see on that play? Of course, as you know, free throws, they could have hit a 3, brought it down to 10. I know it wasn't a bad foul, but flavor foul, but what do you have to tell your team to not be in those situations?
I need to watch it because I didn't watch the replay of it. I don't know if they showed it in the arena, but I didn't watch the replay of it. And I was surprised that it was. So in live action, I thought that it was a play on the ball and that he blocked the ball. But I'll need to watch the replay to kind of see what the things that we can talk about.
Were you confident your guys would come out and open as they did tonight, or were you a little tentative and anxious and waiting to see what they did?
Yeah, I think, still learning the team a little bit. I was anxious, so I was glad that they came out and play. I think that, the game the other night knocked us back a little bit because I don't think the expectation was there, and that has as much to do with they don't understand well enough how good everybody is in college basketball and how hard everybody's working. So hopefully we can learn that and worry about ourselves and get better, but have tremendous respect for how good everybody is.
That was an emphasis at practice this whole week. We needed to make sure that we could swing the ball. Naturally, we have a lot of people that get just assists and make the right plays, and so that's what we tried to do today.
Guys, I'm going to break in here, bring in Nate Kao too.
The one and only.
Grant, can you, there was a second half play where Nathan took it to the rack and opened underneath, and talk about what he does when he gets to the basket.
All offseason we emphasized how much we needed out of him this year. And I think the biggest difference for him this year compared to last year is he's just a lot more comfortable. After getting a year of experience under his belt, a full summer of workouts and everything, I think he's just a lot more comfortable, and he's playing his game that we knew he could play all along. He's a huge athlete, so him getting to the basket helps us a lot. He creates a lot of opportunities for other people, and he's able to finish some of those when he gets in there.
When you guys open as you did Friday night, there's a risk that the after effects might linger. What did you guys do between then and now in practice, and what did Coach Mooney say to make sure you guys played as you did today?
I think, some of us talked after the game, after the opener, and we sort of felt like after last year, after the disappointing opening night we had last year, we sort of came out the other night and played not to lose rather than play to win. So I think we just emphasized that in the next couple of days of practice with just moving the ball, having fun, and just going out there and play to win instead of worrying about mistakes or worrying about us messing things up. And I think we did a pretty good job of that today.
What did Coach Mooney do to emphasize that and make sure you guys did
He reminded us that it's just one game. Obviously, it's a game we felt we should have won, and we think we were a better team. But at the end of the day, it's just one game. We got a long season ahead of us, so the quicker we can put that behind us, the better off we'll be.
Guys, overall, last game, you had 48 points total with you guys and Sherrod. Tonight, 72 points combined with 4 of you guys. What was the mindset coming out tonight rather than the other night and playing better?
Sort of going off what I said last time, just, moving the ball, big emphasis on that in practice. I think in the opener, Coach Mooney talked about how, we sort of got out of our offense very easily against Longwood. So trying to stick with our offense today, get our offense moving early on. We were able to do that, and, as the game went on, it opened a lot of things up for us, which I think led to the increase in scoring for everybody.
Wasn't just ball moving in the half court. You guys were looking down court, you were taking breaks, you were throwing long passes. That's not something that you always have done in the past. Is that an emphasis this year?
Not so much emphasis, but something that we can do. We definitely like to play our half-court offense because it's unique and helps everybody out. But the more points we can get in transition, the better.
Nathan,
2 more guys.
I got one
Nathan,
quick
could
one.
you speak about your increased role this year and how it feels after 2 games?
I mean, obviously we lost 2 stars from last year, so like Grant said, going into the summer, I know I was going to have a bigger role this year, and I mean, they have confidence in me, so I feel comfortable playing with them.
Can you guys talk about what the biggest challenge is to an 11 o'clock tip on a Wednesday morning?
Well, getting up at 6:45 for shoot around and pregame meal was tough, but probably just the atmosphere. That you're not expecting to play games that early. Like Coach Mooney said, we had all the kids in there today. They don't really know what to cheer for at times, so it's a little weird, a little funny at times. So definitely just a different atmosphere, but it was good. They were loud in there today. It was fun.